Buzz.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Funnels. This is my absolute favorite call of the month. Well, I say that, but I also like mindset and I like foundations. So maybe it's not my favorite, but it is right up there because it's really the most important part of our business as real estate agents. If we don't do the lead generation part of our business, we don't have a business. So, welcome to my call. I'm Loding. I created a system called Freedom to Flourish through real estate. And I've been a real estate agent for over 20 years, a successful real estate agent, averaging my team and I average still to this day around 40 to 50 deals a year. Last year was probably one of the slowest ever, but I've been doing it long enough to where I know that that's the nature of this game, the ups and the downs. So you got to prepare for the downs and then they'll come back around. So that we're here, the system that I created is really a system that I want to share with you because I hope to help you get your business organized and systemized in a way that will help you know what you need to be doing every single day, what's missing in your business, and know what you need to go out there and do. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen and just get started. Oh, okay, so these are my slides from my hour-long presentation that I do. And for those of you that are new, because I know there's a couple of you that are new, every month on the fourth, usually toward the end of the month, I do a whole webinar or where we go over each one of these areas. So my system consists of these four pillars: mindset, foundations, automations, and funnels. So from that once a month webinar that we do, Angela and I are actually doing that together this month, and I'm super excited about that because she has one of the funnels that we're going to talk about today. But we go into a weekly coaching call. That's this call right here. So I'm just going to give you guys an overview today of funnels because we're in the fourth week. So first week in January, we did mindset. The second week, we did foundations. The third, automations. The fourth, funnels. Then every single month, we just start all over. So after the funnels call, next month, we're going to do the whole hour-long Freedom to Flourish in Real Estate challenge. It's a challenge where I challenge you to do the work throughout the following month and get these systems all set up. So that's all it is. It's just once a month a webinar, and then once a week a weekly coaching call, which is what we're doing today. So with that being said, we're going to start with the funnels, and that is, like I said, the fourth one, lead generation funnels. So, what does that mean? Lead generation funnels. That is what you're supposed to be doing. You hear agents all the time talking about lead generation. They're doing lead generation. They're on the phone. They're doing cold calling. They're doing all these different things. But how do they know what they need to do? First, you have to decide what are your funnels. You've got the mindset right. You've got your foundations all set up, so you know how to use Lofty. You know how to use your CRM. You have Canva. You know how to use Canva. If you don't, that's okay. Join us next month in February where we will go over all of these again. Um, but now we're at the funnels. So now you have all that other stuff done. It's time to choose your funnels. And I'm just going to give you some examples of some lead generation funnels. So the first one that I always teach, and my number one goal in real estate is to continue to add people to my VIP database, because that is where I give them the VIP service. I do local events for them. I invite them to dinners. I I have certain things that I share with them. Like I use HomeBot, and I have the upgraded version, and I send them a home valuation through HomeBot, and they love that. I get the best response from HomeBot than any other uh home valuation site there is. But you get to decide, what do you want to do? I used to do pop buys for 10 years. I did pop buys, and I still teach my agents to do pop buys. I just don't have time to do the pop buys. And so I've kind of moved it up to a yearly annual event, home bought newsletter. But you get to decide, once whatever funnel you decide you want to work on, you you get to go and start at the beginning and figure out what the steps are for that funnel. I'm just going to keep going through these, and then we're going to get more into the funnel part. This is just a couple of other ones. Listings to leads marketing. I am stepping up my game with listings to leads because I love their weekly plan and what they're sharing with me, so that I wake up knowing what I need to do. I'm just going to do what they tell me to do and create a video so that we could create I'm going to do a video so that we can create why did I just go completely blank with what that is? A reel, a reel. And we can do that marketing. So listings to leads marketing, I'm going to share a link with you later on how you could get a 21-day free trial of listings to leads. And if you don't like it, you could cancel it. Social media posting, paid leads. That's something else. If our market picks up again this year, I'm going to do Zillow again. I'll pay for Zillow because I know that that's where a lot of people look, and I live in a relocation area, so it's a great Zillow. I did it for a couple of years, and I stopped it last year because nobody was buying a house. I relied on my VIP database for the past year, but when the market's good, you can put the money in and get those leads, and then as you close them, you add them to your VIP database. Referrals from realtors. I'm always getting these. This is a great source for a funnel for me. So I use send out cards, and I send thank yous and different things to realtors that have given me referrals. So I'm always building to that funnel. Um, Another one that you can do if you want to is for sell by owners, farming. The list goes on. There's 100 of these. You've just got to figure out which one. Gene Frederick wrote a book. It's on Amazon, and it's called 101 Ways to Lead Generate. But I think I could help you figure out what they're going to be by going through what we're going to be going through today. And so you see this, I have this little thing right here, bonus, what's your offer? So I want you guys to think of these lead generation funnels as exactly that. It's a funnel. And the offers, your special offer, are the top of the funnel. It's what you're going to put out onto social media through a pay-per-click ad, through online directories, a blog, email marketing, print, SEO, word of mouth, social media, whatever form of getting your special offer out into the world, whatever that's going to be, that's up to you. So I just want you to think of the offers as the top of the funnel. And I want you to think about, if you're with Epic, I want you to think about this funnel right here. That is your Lofty account. That is where you're going to create all of the different things within the funnel. Once you put that special offer out into the world, those people click on it, it comes into your Lofty account. That's where you're going to be calling them. You're going to engage with them. You could send them a home valuation. It's where you're going to do your creative marketing inside of Lofty through the smart plans, through emails, through whatever you decide to do, a newsletter, a weekly video. These are all things that you get to decide as the realtor, what is going to work for your personality and what are you going to do so that you could get in front of all of these people that are eventually going to buy a house, hopefully from you, because you've done your job, and when they're ready, they're going to know who you are. But that's where the work comes in. So many of us, we want now deals. We want, like, okay, I want to go show you a house, I want to write the offer, And if I can't do that, then I'm a failure. But that's not true, y'all. Like, as real estate agents, your number one job is to fill this pipeline. You fill this pipeline, and when those people are ready to buy or sell, you're the one they're going to call. But that's not always right now business. So today I want to give you this bonus, what's your offer? I want to talk about these three. So this is going to be a freebie right here. The offer number 3 for the public. But offer number 1 is always going to be your VIP database. Through that, you're able to, one, add them to your Lofty account. Two, you're able to add them to any kind of newsletter service that you want to use to communicate to them, or just call them and message them and say, hey, Jan, I know it's been a while. Sorry it's been so long. I just was thinking about you yesterday and wanted to touch base and see how you're doing, and then get them on your VIP database. They're going to respond, oh my gosh, it's been great. The house has been wonderful. However, sometimes you're going to get that message where I think we might have to sell this summer. If you do this and you build your VIP database and you communicate with them and maybe even do pop buys, you get to figure out what you want to do. I can't make that decision for you, but get the list going and figure out what are some of the items that you can do for your VIP database and get started on them. My number one, my offer that I provide to my VIP database is HomeBot. I send them the link and it pretty much does its own thing. So if you want to use HomeBot, you could go onto YouTube and you can find a ton of videos on how realtors are using HomeBot for lead generation. And there's things in there that they teach you how to do, even for people that you don't know, how to do social media. There's an upgrade. And if you end up wanting to do HomeBot, you have to pay, I think it's like $30. I'm not really sure. But there's an additional part of it where if you have a lender sponsor you, then you can get additional stuff. But you don't even need that. I do have a lender, though. If you ever get to that point, let me know and I can connect you to her. I'm not even there myself. I don't use any of the extra stuff. I just get them all on the list, and then I can log into HomeBot and I can see who's been looking, who's getting things, who's opening it. And what that means is that's a touch. That's me touching them. Even though I haven't talked to them in 2 years, them opening my emails means they still know I'm here doing real estate. Okay, so offer number 2. This is a bonus, you guys. This is phenomenal. I cannot tell you enough how this offer that we're going to give you is going to help you figure this whole real estate stuff out. So this is your passion community. Angela, who was my coach for 3 years, she's our state broker for Georgia at Epic Realty. She has a program called Local Legend. It's how to become the local legend in your community, but it's so much more. She did a workshop, and this workshop is in the program that we're going to share with you. And Angela, why don't you take a minute and tell them about offer number 2 before I go into offer number 3?
Sure. Yeah. So basically, it came about because a few different things, but one of them was that years and years ago, I had little babies and had been working full time as a real estate agent. And this was before we had social media. And so my main way of lead generation at the time was cold calling. I called FSBOs, expireds, withdrawals, things like that. I did those calls all day, every day. And that's how I generated business. And then I decided I was going to stop working as an agent. I was just going to be a mom and just focus in on my kids. And I just felt like I wasn't getting enough time with them. And so that's where I was like, I'm going to shut everything down. I'm just going to focus in on my kids. And so I went to Yahoo Groups and found some mommy groups, and I started joining those. And the first thing they asked me was, what did you do before you had kids? And I said, oh, well, I was in real estate. I'm a realtor. And they said, "Oh, really? Do you still have your license?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And they said, "Well, that's so great because we're bursting at the seams and we need a bigger house and we would love for you to sell our old one." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And all of a sudden, there was zero competition. I wasn't being interviewed with a series of other realtors. I was the only one. They were saying, "Hey, bring your kids over. Let's have a play date and then we can fill out the paperwork at the table." They were directing me. And it was just like, "Oh, no, you're going to be our realtor." And that was it. And when I realized how easy that process was, all I had to do was get engaged with these people that I had something really cool in common with. And that was it. There was no more cold calling. There was just every Tuesday, I did a story time and craft project at my house and invited the whole group. And then all of a sudden, business was coming to me left and right, not just from the people, the other moms, but from the people that they knew. And so that's where it was really starting to click. And so, and then kind of fast forward, I spent 21 years as a coach, a trainer, mentor, in the real estate industry. And come to find out that a lot of agents who are in the business, that they were all struggling with a lot of the same things that would stop them from going out and I'm sorry, there's somebody ringing my doorbell. Can, can you just, oh,
I'll
it's
take, go
Amazon. Never
ahead.
mind. We're good. No,
You
you're
got
good.
it.
It's Amazon. I'm just, yeah,
The joy of working
the
from
Amazon
home.
guy just, yeah, I know, right? So, at any rate, sorry, just give that a second for the doorbell to stop. Hang on a second. I think it's stuck. Hang on. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
So she's going to give you guys access to this here in a little bit. While she's doing that, let me go over to the reason I made this new slide today was because the first funnel that we all should be working on is our VIP. The second one, because this could have 5 people on it right now, but doing all of these other ones that we're going to share with you, you're going to learn how to add more people to that VIP database. And it's just going to be phenomenal how, even if you just do these first two, if you go figure out who your people are, who your passion community is, then Sabrina, then you're going to be closing those people and working your VIP database. You're going to have an action plan and be able to just really wake up every day and do these things. So, Angela, do you remember where you were?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, what I was saying is that I found that a lot of agents struggled with a lot of the same things that were holding them back from being successful in their business. And a lot of those things were related to the stories that they had built in from childhood, just experiences that led from. I have a good example I use a lot is I had a client years ago who really struggled to create video and she had no idea why, but when it came time to sit down and create a video, she would find anything else to do but that. And it was just creating procrastination. Well, come to find out, it wasn't that she had a hard time doing video. There was a story inside that when she was a kid, her older brother had told her that she was fat, ugly, and nobody wanted to hear anything she had to say. And so that story just kind of stuck with her throughout her life, so that when it came time for her to use her voice and have a message and spread that message, that's the story that would come up for her. So we had to work through that story and create a new story from the old one. And so I see that very similar situation with real estate agents all the time. And so that was something that I built into my coaching program that I call integrative productivity, which is sort of working on your productivity from the inside out. And so we included that in local agent legend as well, with the finding the passion community and, understanding what your stories are and what are the stop stories, what are the go stories. And then when we were moving to Georgia from Florida, my husband's company was relocating us, and I realized that there was literally nothing out there that really gave me a good description of these hyper local pockets. We knew we were going to the Atlanta area. Well, Atlanta's huge, and we weren't going to be like in the city. We wanted to be somewhere outside of it. So we were trying to look up information and do this research and found just nothing. And so I just went live on Facebook and started telling agents, hey, listen, if you want to be like a celebrity in your local market, like here's how you do it because I'm relocating and I'm finding nothing. And here's a lot of things that you could be presenting to the public and letting them know about what you do in real estate by presenting them with lots of different information and different with different pockets. I wanted to know where the homeschoolers were because I homeschooled my kids. I wanted to know where the Whole Foods was or the Trader Joe's. I wanted to know about, where were the communities? What neighborhoods were, where the parks were, or where the hiking is, or where the lakes are. I wanted to know. I could say here's a lake, but I had no idea what neighborhoods were surrounding that lake. So it was just really starting to understand what a relocating home buyer would need, and then knowing that that's the kind of information that can create a sense of community in your local community as well as for people that are relocating to your area. And it just helps you build and spread a message and create a name for yourself. So we included that part into it as well. And so local agent legend is really about becoming a legend in your local area by connecting with a community of people that you're passionate about and removing all the blocks that stand in your way from doing that. And so it's five videos. We did it over the course of 5 days, Monday through Friday, and it'll give you a lot of great information and resources and tools and things that you can use to start building out your own passion community and using that as one of your major funnels.
Awesome. Will you put that link into the chat, please, so that they want to sign up for that?
Absolutely. Hmm.
I
Yeah, and you
love
guys,
it
it's
because
free. You can just register. When you register on there, it will give you access and you'll be able to just binge them if you want and watch one after another, however you want to.
they're great. I love them. Um, All right, so that takes us into offer number 3 and so on. I should have put more, because once you get this figured out and you start creating this, then what's your offer number 3 going to be? Because that's really something you're going to put out for the public that's going to lead them back to whatever you create here. So this could be a blog, it could be a vlog, it could be whatever you decide to make it be. I myself am starting a blog. One of the agents that has joined me at Epic does a phenomenal blog, and I was hoping she'd be on the call today, but she's not. But my goal, and you guys could be a part of this, like this is what I'm going to do this year, is I'm going to create using what I learned from Angela, which I've been learning from her for over 3 years. So I'm sorry, over 7 years, maybe 5 years, something like that. But using that and becoming the local area leader of my own area, and then having Christina, who this is her blog. She is with us at Epic. She's not on the call today, I don't think, but she's phenomenal with her blog. But all of the stuff that Angela just said, how great to create a blog site like this one right here, Cedar Park Living or Cedar Park, Texas Living.com, and then just start getting all of the stuff in here just weekly. If you create one blog post per week and go around, get some video, get the stats, put the stuff together, put it on your blog, by the end of the year, you're going to be the go-to agent and the local leader in your area and have all of this. But if you want to just do videos and you just want to fill your social media page, like say if Instagram is what you're going to do, then you could do that. I would highly suggest you do Instagram and Facebook because they link together and you only have to go post once. But why waste a blog? Like I love the blog. She gets all of her business from that blog. So that's great. But let's talk about that offer again. So all of this stuff is great, but what's the offer itself, like a PDF guide. HomeBot's offer is sign up to receive your free home valuation monthly. Local Legend, you're going to go do that, but the offer is going to be to your passion community. It's going to be your wealth of knowledge that we, this one really, we don't have a guide, but you could create one. So offer 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's talk about what you can create. So for the public, this one is going to be a relocation guide. If you choose relocation, it could be a military guide. It could be a first-time home buyer's guide. It could be whatever you want it to be. But you're going to specialize in this one offer. So figure out what is your passion community. How could that tie to something with the public so that this all just flows together and you're constantly just doing the content marketing pieces to put out into the world to pull these people back into your world. So that's really what funnels are. So I'd like to take a minute. I'm going to go ahead and cancel, or well, let me finish this presentation, then I'm going to open it up to Q&A. So another thing I want to share with you guys is the link tree to give you some ideas on what some other offers could be. The hold on. Thought I had this open already, but I don't. So I'm going to share this with you guys also in the chat because these are all of my favorite things to use. And Listings to Leads is in here, and Listings to Leads has free PDFs. So if you haven't signed up already, then I highly suggest that you go do that. But here is the link to the VIP database, a blank one. So that's the first thing. Download that, open it every day, add a couple people to it, and grow it. Just use your phone, use your email, use your social media. Who do you know that you would like to market to? In a way that they don't even know you're marketing to them. I might add that because I'm never going to tell you, call them and say, hey, I'm a realtor now. Can I help you buy or sell a house? Like that is not what we do. That's ugly. But there are ways to do a lot of great marketing where you offer value to them and they see you doing business. That's what we're going to talk about and what I'm going to teach you guys how to do. So download your blank one here, make a copy of it, and then make it your own. If you want to join my Real Estate Abundance Challenge on the 31st, this link here will take you there and you could sign up for that. And here is the abundance plan download that I share in that so that you could figure out what your stuff is. So this covers all 4 weeks. So we download this on that first week. So you could download it now, but you might not know what to do with it until I go over it in the challenge on the 31st. But here's the listings to leads state. So you're going to go in here and you're going to see all kinds of free stuff. And it's phenomenal for giving you content. They have PDFs for first-time home buyers, all kinds of stuff. So this is the link for that. You could go there to get some great ideas. But then you've got to take the time and sit and plan what it is you want to implement into your business so that you get the business that you deserve. Okay. Is it WordPress? Patricia, hers is WordPress, but you can use whatever you want. But yes, that Cedar Park Living, it is a WordPress site, but there are, I think Wix has a free website that's really easy to do, but you start getting into the SEO and all kinds of things. So that's why you get to make it whatever you want. It's just a place to house what you're doing. And like I said, it could just be your Instagram page. Like you're just going to build your Instagram page. You could do TikTok, whatever you do. It's a matter of you collecting the information about your city and becoming that local legend and getting that data put into marketing pieces so that you can market yourself. Okay, so that's the link to the link tree. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, stop recording.